Museum here in, is it Bentonville? It's
Bentonville.
technically Bentonville, isn't it? Yeah,
Yes.
Bentonville, Arkansas. This is just a test. We're going to stay on here for probably 5, maybe 10 minutes just to make sure everything's kosher here with the signal here we've got at Crystal Bridges. Andy Earl's here alongside of me, the Chrome Dome, Bart White.
Thank you, Andy.
No, thank you,
Appreciate
Bart.
that.
No, thank you, Bart. Thank you for being here.
Yes.
I'm
glad to be here.
Blessing me with your presence. Guys, we're excited about the 2024 Burlsworth Trophy Show. It'll go live tomorrow, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. We hope that you join us. We'll send it to the Brandon Burlsworth Foundation YouTube channel. You guys can check it out live. We'll probably actually send it live with maybe a countdown or something a little early, make sure everything's looking good, and then at 7 o'clock. The fine folks here to my left of Odd 3 who do phenomenal work, guys.
Absolutely.
They're actually right out of Lowell, Arkansas, not too far from here. Caleb's kind of spearheading all this, bless his heart. He's doing a great job, though. They're going to be the ones doing all the heavy lifting here, and we're going to send out what they got, and we'll have that live, like I said, tomorrow, 7 o'clock.
And we're going to try to sneak a couple of their cameras out when the show's over, so we.
And we're going to hire.
CSR.
We're going to hire some of their staff too behind that. We're going to poach a little bit, so we're excited about that. We're going to take them from Northwest Arkansas to Northeast Arkansas up there in God's country. No, we hope that you guys tune in with us. It is sold out. We would say come up here, get you a ticket, come on in, join us. However, it's sold out. And this is a beautiful venue. Matter of fact, if you've never been here, actually, I can just take this, can I?
Yeah, go ahead, Andy.
Here, you keep yapping.
All right.
If you don't mind. And I'm going to take this out here and show everybody kind of the setup here we got going on. And, of course, when I say we, I mean of Odd 3. It's a beautiful, beautiful place here. If you've never been, it's definitely worth taking the time to come up, especially if you're up here for a Razorback game. I know we got a lot of Razorback fans up in Northeast Arkansas. If you're up here for a Razorback game, take time to stop and come by here. And they're doing so much here. There's so much expansion going on right now. There's a really neat trail over here of lights. That's pretty cool. I haven't done it yet, but I've seen enough pictures of it to know they put a lot of work into that. We've got
It's
3.
probably about 20 miles north of the stadium if you stay on 49.
Yeah, well, it depends on how fast you go. If it's my wife, it's probably 10 minutes. If it's me, it's probably 25. Hey, I'll say this. We've got 3 really, really Burlsworthy finalists this year. And if you ask me right now, Andy, put money on it. Put your mortgage on it. Who's going to win this thing? Some years we feel pretty good about who's going to win it. This year, I honestly could not tell you.
The year Stetson Bennett, that's who
I felt good about it, yes. Drew Morgan was here. I was sure hoping that a local Arkansan wouldn't get snubbed twice, but you never know. The judges have a really tough job. But this year, man, I would not want to be.
Last year, I was pretty confident Cody was going to win it, though.
Cody Schrader, yeah.
Last year,
Missouri.
I was.
Yeah.
This year, I'm like you. I don't have a clue.
Not a clue. Couldn't tell you. You can make a case for all 3 of these guys. Great stories for all 3 of these guys. You'll be able to see that and hear their stories tomorrow night as well.
Now, James Carpenter last year was a finalist with James Madison.
Repeat finalist. And by the way,
I would honestly like to see him win it since he was a finalist last year.
I would love to see that too. And keep this in mind, Indiana football has not been a thing for a long time. Just so happens this kid from James Madison University heads over to Indiana. All of a sudden, these guys are playing lights out, probably the best team they've had in decades. They're in the college football playoff,
yes,
by the way.
They are.
Speaking of college football
11-1. The only team that beat them this year was Ohio State.
Speaking of college football playoff teams, we got another finalist that is in the college football playoff for the Oregon Ducks, and he's leading the team in tackles, interceptions. He's doing a little bit of everything for that University of Oregon team. It's in the Big Ten. So you got 2 guys that are in the playoff. We never had that, I don't think.
And they could possibly end up playing each other.
That would be pretty cool. How
that
about
would
that?
Be pretty
2
neat.
Burlsworth Trophy finalists. And then the guy at Buffalo, Mr. Dolak, all he's done is just lead the country in tackles. No big deal. That's just light work. So I don't know how you go about choosing one of these guys out of the 3, but good luck to the judges, the Kurt Warners. We don't envy your job this year for sure. So far I am seeing really good stuff here. If you don't mind, because I got my phone, will you message Colton? Actually, that's him right there. Yeah, we're good. Colton, we haven't. But, Colton, there's a reason I did that, if you're listening still. I wanted to make sure that those modems, there wasn't something wrong with those modems when we had all the rain. So I don't know if it's green on your side, Colton, but if it is the modems. If it's not, then obviously it was our live view. That's what I wanted to make sure of. Also, Colton, if you can let us know how that internet here is doing. We tried to hard line in, and it's just not picking it up. I don't understand that, but we'll figure that out. We do have the Wi-Fi there. I would love to hard line in if we can at some point. But
so far, Wi-Fi is working great.
Yeah. But, again, keep in mind, a ton of people here tomorrow night. I don't think many people are going to have access. I think it's
we'll make them shut their phones off.
Let's do that.
As soon as they walk in the door, I'm going to say, hey, shut your phone off.
Actually, let's take his Pelican.
Yeah.
Okay? Put your phones in here. Thank you. Put your phones in. Marty probably wouldn't appreciate that too much, neither would Vicky. But this is a special Burlsworth trophy this year as well. This is going to be the first Burlsworth trophy where Barbara, Marty's mom, is not going to be with us to watch it here in person or live on the live stream. So I know it's going to be a tough one. And the legendary journalist Bob Holt just passed away. I know he's worked for the Arkansas Democrat-Gazette, covered all kinds of sporting events. This is something that he probably would have wrote in the Democrat-Gazette and will not be here as well. So a couple of things going on there, obviously. And Colton's sending me some messages here. Getting a solid 7,000 kilobytes per second, so we're probably good there. Colton, we actually kind of went back and forth on 1080p 30, 1080p 60. Avod's pushing everything 1080p 60, but we're just not sure. We also kind of went back and forth on royalty music or not with YouTube. So
he said the modems are showing up fine, just no data.
Okay, so good. So at least we know the modems weren't the problem with the green screen that we were getting earlier in the year. That was the rain on the live view itself, so we're good there. Bart and I, after we get out of here, are hoping to have time to go and get with the finalists. Marty and Vicky invited us to go hang out with the finalists there and go see Brandon's enshrined locker there at the University of Arkansas, and I'm hoping we get a chance to do that.
That'd be pretty neat.
That'll be very neat, yeah. I need a haircut at some point. We're going to work on that. And we got to get a few shirts, look a little bit nicer than what we got. We got shorts on. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. Knees to chest. I can't even get my knees up there anymore.
They know we wear shorts all the time.
All the time.
But tomorrow night we will be wearing suits.
It's hard to get this guy in a suit. It's very rare. But it's funny, whenever I'm around you, you're wearing a suit. I've always said this. I've been around
you for like the last 5 years, and this will be the fourth time you've seen me in a suit.
I feel like I bring out the best.
2 Burlsworth, 1 wedding, and then the 3rd Burlsworth tonight.
I feel like I bring out the best in you, Bart, is what I'm trying to say.
I'm not wearing a tie.
No compliments thrown my way. Okay, it's fine. Hey,
Thank you, Andy. Thank you for inspiring me to wear a suit.
I've got broad shoulders. I can handle it. Not even worried about it.
Matter of fact, the reason I wore a suit the last 2 years is because my wife told me I was going to wear something nice.
Smart man. I'm proud of you. You're smarter
so
than
it
you
really
look.
don't have anything to do with you.
I was trying to take some credit. Hey, it rained the whole way. 5.5 hour drive, and it was nothing but rain and fog, which is no fun because this is a beautiful area. If you've never been to Northwest Arkansas, the Boston Mountains, just a beautiful area. Really, especially that drive up the interstate there.
In the creeper van.
In the creeper van, that's right. The company.
It's actually got really comfortable seats, I'll have to say.
Thank you. He fell asleep with snoring, but that's
I did
okay.
not.
Nah, he stayed awake with me.
Actually, I did doze off when he was on the phone with Jeremy a couple times.
Go over and Ric Flair chop him. Woo!
Yeah.
That's what I'll do. These folks here at Volley 3, again, do phenomenal work. We appreciate them and all the time and effort they put into this, and it's very stressful, too. They may not admit it, but it's extremely stressful, and we're proud of them as well. Hey, listen, anybody knows Marty Burlsworth, he is a perfectionist, every little detail. So if you ever get a chance to come to the event, it's really neat, well laid out, well planned out, and it's well executed too. And, of course, these guys are a big reason for that. And we're hoping the stream tomorrow night is going to be the same thing. So join us tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, because there's some you got some fans from Oregon. You got some fans from Buffalo. Of course, I guess Indiana – is Bloomington in the Central Time Zone, I assume? Maybe. I don't know.
I'm not sure. It changes sometime up in there.
Somewhere around Evansville. Yeah.
Maybe.
So I don't even know. Central Standard Time, 7 p.m. tomorrow night. We're going to crown the nation's most outstanding walk-on right here in the great state of Arkansas at the Crystal Bridges Museum. And we're excited to be even a small part of that. So big thanks to Marty and obviously Vicky and everyone at the Brennan Burlsworth Foundation for that. Going to get to see some of those fine folks again, whether it be today, tonight, or tomorrow, and it's always nice to get to see them every year. So, Bart, I think we've yapped enough to at least give us some kind of feedback to kind of look at, see how it looks.
We're holding right at 7,000.
It looks good so far. Of course, live streaming is a very finicky It's a very finicky thing. There's a lot of things that are out of your control there, so hopefully we've prepped enough and done what we've got to do to get this thing to work. So big thanks to Colton Ladyman, too, who's also watching, I think, right now. Him and I have been messing with this little device here last night and this morning. And
thanks, Eric Jordan, for getting us the power cable.
There we go. Eric Jordan as well. Mine finally came in, but that saved me a good hour and 30-minute drive. And so I had a lot of stuff I had to do last night. So also, if you're a Corning fan right now, we will be here tomorrow. However, the rest of our staff will be at the Maynard Classic. We are hosting Redline and CSR is the official live stream provider, I should say, of that at Maynard, Arkansas. 3 days, 12 games. Check that out.
4:30 tomorrow.
Yes.
First game, 4:30.
Tips off. Now, Corning games in particular don't start until Tuesday, but there's some pretty good games there. You want to check that out as well. That'll be on Facebook and YouTube.
The last day there'll be some good games. I think that Salem Cedar Ridge game we talked about.
I can't wait. I can't wait to watch that. It's going to be a dandy. Awesome with a capital A, baby. All right, guys, we're going to